Alright guys, Bitcoin on the early time frame itself looking fine, jumped from the $37,000 levels, and we didn't lose this level on a 4-hour trending basis, right? And which means that you are still trending alongside the 21 exponential on the 4-hour time frame itself, trying to hit this resistance hard again and again. Now this is going to be a second attempt, and if you start closing above $40,500 levels, essentially guys, I would want to extend this all the way towards 41,500, because I don't want to have any confusion for a clear trend breakout, right? Because this is potentially a good looking trade, and if you really want to be nailing such kind of trades which are setting up for a very long time, you don't want to have any loose ends, right? So I do not want to have any loose ends until we close above this price point right here, because our upside target is simply going to be towards the 600 extension, standing in at 48 to 49,000 Bitcoin itself. Now believe it or not, that could happen in the coming days, guys. And looking by this trend right here in the small time frame, this is completely fine. But to be honest with you, I would want to see Bitcoin closing on a 12-hour closing basis above $41,500 levels, right? Once we do that, yes, our targets are going to be significantly clear all the way towards $48,000 levels. Now, let me tell you one more thing, guys. This is not going to be that simple. This is not going to be that easy. Why do I say this? Because on the hourly time frame itself, we got a significant volatile environment right here. This is crazy volatile, guys. You have been redlined all the way from this expansion right here, and until you do consolidate on this exact historical volatility indication itself, your moves towards the upside are not going to be easy, guys. Your move towards the upside are going to be very choppy, very choppy. I think it's going to be an average 4 to 5% movement in maybe 4-hour time frame itself. Now that is crazy, guys. That is crazy. On an asset like Bitcoin itself, that could be crazy. Now what kind of signature do you want to look at if you want to jump into a trending trade? Now essentially not this one, certainly not this signature right here on the historical volatility, right? This is called, let me just talk about this indicator for a while. I do believe that this is called, yeah, BA historical volatility and percentile, and SMA. This is available for free on TradingView, and guys, you can put the settings right here. This indicator right here has helped me a lot. I mean, just by taking a look at this indicator, a lot of times I've saved myself, right? When the volatility is expanding like this, you don't want to jump into a new position. Although if you have already taken a position right here onto these levels and the volatility keeps on expanding, well, that's going to be certainly towards your end. That's going to be towards your benefit, right? Certainly do not jump into an asset when the volatility is at its peak. Now let me just talk about a few instances where your volatility keeps on going down and the price keeps on going to the upside. That is the kind of setup that you want, guys, for, let's just say, for a tension free, for a burden free swing trade to the upside, right? Now let's talk about this one right here. You started expanding from this entire reaccumulation zone onto the $23,000 levels, right? You had your volatility expanded on a red line basis. This is crazy volatile. But once you start going down in terms of the volatility itself, that is when your low volatile moves to the upside start taking place. And this is essentially where you want to be. You don't want to be scratching your head in your 4-hour time frame candles where the volatility is expanding by 5% of the price action itself, and then you wonder whether to stay in a position or to just jump out of the position, or maybe chicken in and out of the position for the rest of the day. You don't want that to happen for yourself. So essentially, let the volatility cool down. And guys, look, I don't get me wrong, right here, I don't mean that the volatility can just be red line and we don't break out. Look guys, we certainly can break out from this range while having a red line volatility on the hourly time frame itself. But for a proper trending move to the upside without any, let's just say, without any second thoughts for your trade itself, this right here is not the optimal situation. That is what I want to tell you guys right here. Okay, so that's enough talks about the historical volatility itself. If we jump on the 12-hour time frame itself, this is looking very interesting, guys. Now I would still be cautious. Because we're looking at an RSI signature which has not been there for a very long time. I mean, last time we saw this one was your last week of February, guys. We're looking at an RSI expansion right now after the last week of February. So the volatility is, the RSI is at 76 reads and the price action is right at the resistance. Is it an optimal situation? Is it a perfect situation to go long in the market? Not really. Although if you do want to get ahead with that long exposure in the market, this is the level where I would be putting a lot of focus into. Essentially $37,000 levels on a 12-hour opening and a closing basis. Until we are doing that, Bitcoin is looking fine, and most likely we do continue towards the upside, right? With that volatility expanding on the 12-hour time frame itself, the hourlies and the 4-hour and the 2 hours can get really volatile. But yes, if this 12-hour breakout is going to be real and confirmed above $41,500 levels, yes, we're going to be making our move towards 600 extension, guys. And most likely that is going to be your bull trap, right? I mean, if you really want to continue your long-term downtrend on Bitcoin itself, this is the level where you're supposed to get rejected above. I mean, essentially you can extend this level all the way towards 76 as well. Now $50,000 levels as a zone, as a whole zone, could be your potential new short position entering the market region right here. Not short position, but yes, most likely a lot of sellers jumping in on Bitcoin and dump that Bitcoin exchange itself. Guys, the total balance on exchanges in terms of BTC is also increasing as the price is going to the upside, which calls for a concern, guys. Which calls for a concern, right? On to $50,000 levels. Now that is the level which I would want to be putting a lot of focus into if I talk about the daily and the 12-hour time frame itself. Now I would certainly want to be managing my risk right here, and until we are closing 12-hour candles above $37,000 levels on Bitcoin itself, most of the altcoin market and crypto market against the USD pair is going to be looking fine all the way until these price points, right? And this is the zone where I would not essentially want to take any trade. No trade, none whatsoever, until we are closing 12-hour candles above $41,500 levels on Bitcoin itself. Now essentially that does not mean that we don't have any opportunities in the crypto market itself, right? For that matter, let's take a look at Ethereum right here. Looking fine, guys. Ethereum is looking fine, right? We're trending against the 21 exponential on the 4-hour time frame itself, grinding against this resistance. And until we are doing this one, until Ethereum is doing us a favor and closing a 4-hour candle above 2400 reads right here, most likely it could be a long form consolidation right here. All right, so what we don't want to see right here is your $2,200 levels being taken down on a 4-hour closing basis. That is going to be a risk management, that is going to be a stop loss, and essentially this is not a financial advice, right? So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that the 4-hour candle should, any 4-hour candle proceeding from this exact moment, should be closing above $2,200 levels if you want Ethereum's trend to keep on going to the upside, right? You know the breakout target, guys. If you clear this level not on look, I would want to put a lot of focus into 12-hour candle for that matter. But if you close your 12-hour candles above this price point, which is aligning with 40,000 Bitcoin itself, yes, your breakout targets will lead Ethereum all the way towards $3,000 levels, guys. And most likely most of the crypto market will move together, right? Most of the crypto market will move together. So guys, look, let me tell you one thing. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't FOMO if that actually happens. Situate, position, and always remember that trading is a risk to reward opportunity play out, right? It's not a get rich quick kind of scheme. So don't put your focus into that. Don't try to chase one single trade, and don't put your brain energy and brain juices into one single setup, right? Look for various setups and look for your own comfort zone as well in the market. If you see that this price action is something which I don't like trading, just don't trade it. Just don't trade it. But let me tell you one thing, that if Bitcoin takes down $40,000 levels, $42,000 levels to the upside on a 12-hour closing basis, most of the altcoin market and most of the crypto market is going to move together to the upside. Ethereum, $3,000 levels, and we got most of the assets which do have your targets for your 6-minute extension retest, right? Okay, so guys, I had to talk about two important things in this video, but we are 8 minutes down the line, so I guess I'm going to leave that one for tomorrow itself and wind up this video real quick right here, guys. Alright, so let's talk about this topic right here. So this is your BitMEX funding indicator, right? Now this is, I guess, available for free back again on TradingView, guys. Now if you combine this entire indicator with your exponential moving average ribbon, you get good setups in the market. You get crazy good swing setups in the market. Now what do I mean by that, guys? Now every single time your funding is on the positive, that is where you could be looking at a potential distribution. Now remember, this is in a bear trend, guys. This is in a bear trend, right? You see right here the funding being completely positive, and you keep on distributing, going down all the way towards these price point. And when you come here, your funding becomes negative. Essentially you get paid to hold your long positions. Now if you see this period going on for about a month or something like that, that could be a good buy side indication. That could be a good buy indicator for the coming month for maybe a swing trade, right? Similarly, right here, guys, you see right here the funding just simply staying into negative for a month or something like that, and well, you clear this one to the upside back again. And guys, look, there are numerous examples again, and you can talk about this entire trend being right here in the price action again and again all throughout the 2018, guys. Now this is yet another edge which I'm sharing for free to you guys, so all you can do is hit that like, I guess. All right, so this right here, yes, it used to work out big time, guys, especially when I used to trade this entire region right here. This one was I can't seem to believe how crazy this one was right here, guys. Funding indicator being such a good indicator, such a good indication for a potential swing long position in the market. I mean, look, you can talk about crazy indicators doing crazy amount of stuff, but this right here is clarity. This right here is clarity to the T, right? So essentially what's happening right here is the fact that we are looking at a negative indication, guys, and we are clearing this one to the upside with your exponential ribbon supporting the price action as of now. So which brings me on to a point that if we take a look at this perspective right here, your first support is going to be $37,000 levels, which I talked about, and your bottom side support is going to be $36,000 levels, right? If you take a look at this upside of the exponential ribbon itself. Now, until we are holding this one, we are most likely going to be going towards $48,000 to $50,000 Bitcoin in the coming days, judging by how this funding indicator is set up right here. All right, I think that should be it for this video, but let me take a look at another asset for you guys right here. I think we are above the time limit itself, guys. I'm trying to limit the amount of time which I take for making videos. As you can see right here, I've not been making videos more than 15 minutes long, guys. That's it. All right, so right here is XRP for you guys, doing something different today itself, and this is a good fat ass candle right here, trying to take this entire range low to the upside. Good piece of price action, and yes, a potential trend reversion right here onto these levels. Now what do we want to see is a closure, a daily closure. If your XRP daily closure is happening like this is a massive grind breakout, right? It could be headed all the way towards 382 extension out of this entire bearish leg to the downside, which is going to be aligning with your 96 cents per XRP itself onto these levels, right? And once we take this one to the upside, you're going to be teleporting all the way towards $1.2 levels and eventually 1.3 as well, if you talk about the 6-minute extension aligning with Bitcoin's price action as well, right? Alright guys, I think I'm going to be winding up this video right here, and I will catch all of you guys in the next video pretty soon. Bye for now.